Hi. If you're watching this video, then I'm assuming that you, like me, are now working from home. My name's Sam, and I'm a solutions engineer here at Box. The nature of my work means that I often do things from on the road and am frequently away from the office. I wanted to share a few hints and tips on how Box can help me to continue to be productive regardless of where I am. Hopefully, this video will help you feel better prepared for the shifts in working pattern that we're all currently going through. I'm going to slide over into the application now and show how this would look in practice. So many of you may be dreading the idea that when working remotely, you'll need to VPN in to access your content. With Box, this isn't the case. So let's say this morning that I did manage to VPN in and I downloaded this Project X folder, something I'll be working on for the next few weeks, and I've got it on my desktop here. What I've also done is installed the Box Drive client, which is our desktop application which feels very similar to your Mac Finder or Windows Explorer views. I'll go ahead and drag and drop my Project X folder into my Projects folder in Box. This is going to upload this into Box, so I'll have access to this on my drive as well as on the mobile application and web application. I know personally before I started working at Box, my desktop was a mess because I used to use it to store stuff I was working on. But now it's pretty clean because I store all my content in Box. I'm going to dive into the web application now to show some of the other capabilities. While the desktop client is great for viewing and editing your files, and that may be all you need to use while you're working from home, the Box web application offers some additional functionality. What you can see is that the folder structure is exactly the same as the way it looked in Box Drive. If I hop into my Projects folder, I can see my Project X folder that I just uploaded. First off, I'm going to add this to my favourites. I know I'm going to be working on this folder quite frequently over the next few weeks, so it helps to have it easily accessible. Wherever I am in Box, this folder will appear on the left-hand side. I've got some colleagues I'm working with on Project X. To that end, I'm going to share this folder with them so we can work collaboratively wherever we are. Clicking on Share this folder, I'll be able to add my colleague Harry. I'm going to give him editor access, but Box has 7 different levels of permissions if I need to restrict what he can do. I also want to share with the client, so I'm going to go into the client folder. Harry has already got access, inherited from the folder above. But let's say I want to add Kate at Acme Co. I only want Kate to be able to preview and upload, and not to edit content, so I'm going to change her access accordingly. I'm going to add a message to her as well to explain the context of the invitation. She'll now receive an email inviting her into the folder and be requested to make a password if necessary. Next up, I want to get a handle on the project timeline, which is stored in this Excel sheet here. Clicking it will open up a preview of this Excel file within Box, so no need to download to check it's the right one. If I was in the office, I could just walk over and tell Harry that I've updated this, but because we're working from home, I'm going to @mention him in the comments and ask him to take a look. When I post this, it will send an email to him, as well as give him a notification within Box. The other thing I can do here is send a shared link to the file. When I create a shared link, it will create a URL for me. This is a really great way to replace email attachments. Not only do we no longer have to worry about file size limitations that come with email attachments, but I'm sure we've all been in a position where the moment after you've sent an email, you realise that you've sent the wrong attachment or you've sent it to the wrong person. Unfortunately, email isn't very forgiving in those circumstances, but with Box I can always close down the link, which will remove the access. I can also see if the file has been looked at, so there's some extra peace of mind there as well. I actually need this link so I can send it to my boss, so I'm going to copy it and jump over into Slack. Sending him a message to say there's an updated version, he'll be able to click this from Slack or whichever tool he's using and be taken directly to the file in Box. On second thoughts, I'd probably also better give him full access to this folder, so I'm going to invite him just as I did earlier and make him a co-owner so he has full rights. Not only do we need to be able to access content, but we also need to be able to find what we're looking for. That's where search comes into play. I'm going to search for a contract I need to check. typing it into my search bar will take me to the search results. As you can see, there are loads of things with contract with the name, but as I'm looking for a contract within the Project X folder, I can filter for the right results and select only the contract I need. Using the search bar saves me loads of time, but I've also got an easy way to see the content that I've accessed recently. The Recents bar gives me a great way to see what I've been working on and when I've been working on content from a few days ago but can't remember precisely where it was stored. The best part of all of this is that all that content will be available to me when I am able to get back to the office, be that through Drive, web app, or on my mobile device. Hopefully, this video has helped you feel a bit better prepared for working from home and enabled you with some new hints and tips. However, if you'd like to find out more, please visit box.com/remote. Finally, we hope you're staying safe out there. Thank you for watching.